Remember Chen? Numerical value of Chen, Chet Nun is 58. What's Chen? Chen is when we reach above ourselves and we express Hashem down into the world as deeply as we can go. There are three ways to express God in the world. You could do it in the Yud, thought. You can do it in your inner, quiet, silent world with the Aleph. And of course, you can do it with the Hey of expression through action. When one does that, one expresses God into the world completely, and one has that magnificent quality called Chen, like Yosef possessed. Interesting.
How
we
does
write God's name out now?
spelled?
Yud Hey Vav Hey. Yud Hey Vav Hey. We spelled the Hey down with the Yud. We spelled the other Hey with a Hey, and we left the Aleph in the Vav. We have 20 plus 15 is 35. Plus 13 is 35 is 48. Plus 10 is 58. Interesting. 58.
How is Hain spelled?
What's that, Jonathan?
How is Hain that?
Chen. What's that?
Yeah. How is that spelled?
Pardon me, Chen?
Yes.
Chet Nun.
Chet Nun. Okay.
Chet Nun. Chet is 8, Nun is 50. So what we just did over here, when we express God's name out in the world, but we allow the name to possess all three ways we express God's name out in the world, through the Yud, the idea, through the Aleph, the silence of our own inner perfection, our own inner world, and the Hey, the letter of bringing thought out into action, doing something. The three ways we express God in the world, to reach above ourselves, to bring it down. We could bring it out through thought, we could bring it out through our own inner world, or we could bring it out through action. When we allow those letters to be part of God's name, so to speak, what does it come out numerically to? 58. The same numerical value as Chen. Because what does it mean to express God deeply in the world? It means to express God deeply in those three ways. And when we do that, we achieve that beautiful quality called Chen. This is from the Ari. This is the Ari's. It's one of my, not that I know so many Ari's, but this is, when I heard this, I was blown away by it, and I utilize it because I think it's beautiful in structure and form. And, you know, so in the expression through mathematics, the expression of gematria to reveal a deep philosophical insight. But I think it's also very practical. In other words, what's practical about it? Because that's really the mission of a Jew. The mission of a Jew is to develop Chen. And what does it mean? It means to be reaching above ourselves in every situation, to say, what is the idealism here? What am I trying to achieve here? And not to be afraid for it, to go for it. I'm going to get the idea. I'm going to bring it down to the nun, all the way down. Whether it be an idea and have it and hold on to that idea and be focused on it and express it out to people, or whether it be in my own inner world, the silence inside myself. I'm going to work on the right emotion here, the right feeling. Again, judging people favorably. I use that as my example. Or whether it be an action. How can I go above myself and say, what's the right action that I need to do here? The expression of that Yud down into the Dalet, into the Hey. And my example, when I went into the rain, you know, and said, why should another Jewish guy get wet? I'll get wet. Let me do it. So when we grab for that big idea and that inner perfection and the right action, we bring it as deep as we can to the world, we expressed God completely into the world, and we're living really in a high level Jews. That was Yosef Atzadik. That's why his Mida was Chen. Everywhere he goes, people notice him. Every place he goes, people are like, where did you come from? You're connected to someplace else. Like, you know, we just like, you know, we're amazed by you. That's Chen. And Kosh Baruch Hu loves us, and we love ourselves because we're living in lives with the fullest expression of God into the world. It's the key to self-esteem, to express God out into the world in the most deepest and fullest possible way. And that's why when God's name is written out in its fullness, the Yud Hey Vav Hey, utilizing the Hey, the three possible ways to spell that Hey. Because remember, Hey is the letter of bringing something out into the world. So I could bring something out of the world through my ideas, through my feelings, and through my actions. So when Hey is brought out, when all three aspects are expressed into the world, in the three possible writings of the Hey, oh, what a coincidence. It happens to be God's numerical value is 58, the same numerical value of Chen. Because Chen is the fullest expression of God into this world. And that's something we're able to achieve in every aspect of our lives. You know, to think about it. Every situation, or what can I do to reach up for an idea and bring it down? Who needs my help right here the most? You know, how do I, you know, what's the idea I'm going to strive for right now? What's the feeling I should be going for where I am? You know, and that work is the work of going ascending above and bringing down. Going above to the Chet, above ourselves, bring it all the way down to the known, to the deepest part of this world. And when we do that, we've achieved the meat of Chen. Okay, and Yosef is the model for that. That's why Yosef's meat is Chen. Yaakov blesses him at the end of his life. Yosef should continue your Chen. That's the Yosef blessing. And Yosef blesses people with that blessing because he loves that meat. When he sees Binyamin for the first time, first thing he says to Binyamin is, Yaknucha b'ni, my son, you should have Chen also. Bless you, the ability to develop your Chen. Again, Chen is something we have to work to get. We work to get it, that God gives a gift, but we have to do the hard work of reaching above ourselves and bringing that vision down. The vision of the Yud, bringing thoughts out of the world which are deep and real and beautiful, Torah, getting the right internal perfection, the right feeling, the right emotion, working inside our brains and everything where we can to do what's right in the situation. And of course, expressing idea out into action, chesed, and making what really things real in the world. We do that, we express the fullness of God into the world, and we achieve this beautiful concept called Chen. And again, the Greeks translated it, Chen, when they translated